What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Alpha Project video. I'm just going to give you kind of an update for what I've been kind of working on for the past couple weeks or so. She's finally gotten to the point where we're above 5 million skill points, 51 or 5.1 million actually. And so all skill points now coming in are going to be either through Alpha injectors or through login rewards or things like that. So what I do is I went ahead and just kind of queued up every remaining skill that she can learn in no real order here. This is kind of like the long haul. Some of the stuff at the top is a little more high priority, just kind of like rounding out some of her gunnery stuff. But yeah, the long haul here is just going to essentially be kind of filling out more of these skills here as we get more skill points through login rewards. I haven't actually used any alpha injectors on her up to this point. I'm not sure if I will or not. I kind of just, have been just kind of stockpiling ISK for the most part, just kind of like afford ships, modules, things like that. So far, right now, she's at the point where she can do, tier 0 through tier 3 abyssals, and then also, high sec rat sites and stuff. And right now, I've got her out here doing the Sisters of Eve epic arc with a Tech 1 destroyer, which we've rounded up pretty well with skills. It's a lot more efficient now that I've like dedicated more stuff to it. You can still do like the venture mining, which I haven't been doing for several months now. I haven't done any mining at all, really. Just been kind of focused on ratting abyssals and the epic arcs and ratting sites and stuff, which I find a little bit more enjoyable. Being an alpha, since mining is so gated by Omega. But as far as ships go, Vexor, she's got a lot of the skills for a good, well-rounded Vexor for some things, and then she can do Gila, which is a lot of what I've been using in T3, T2, T1 abyssals, which I think in the next episode I'll probably kind of push through and kind of show you what that kind of looks like. I'm kind of wanting to get a little bit more gunnery stuff kind of set up for that. Even though primarily the Gila is drone based, I do like having the support guns, which just helps kind of speed through some of the higher tiers. The new changes to the security status and the abyssal filaments hasn't really affected me a whole lot, because I haven't, up to this point, I haven't had to worry too much about trace camps, and I usually just kind of pop my abyssals in Jita. About the only thing it really affected for me was just actually going out to 0.8 security to run up to T3s. If she gets to the point where she can go above that, then I'll just keep dropping down as needed to facilitate that, so I don't have to worry about actually getting a suspect marker coming out in higher security. But really, the long haul, just kind of like, we've gotten to this point now. The long haul is just me, adding more skills very, very slowly with all the login rewards, and then also just kind of like working on project discovery every day as well. This allows me to just kind of like stockpile some ISK and some of the rewards associated with it and all of that. As far as her ISK goal, her net worth goal, don't really have one at this point. We haven't gotten her Gila yet, because it'll essentially blow out kind of like everything we've got saved at this point. I'm really kind of just working about epic arcs and some ratting, and just kind of get I want to try to get at least like double the ISK for what the cost of the Gila will be, just in case we kind of run into a snag in one of the higher end abyssals. But I'll kind of gear all that up, so in the next episode you can kind of see what that looks like for how she is configured. But what you're seeing now is just her running through these missions for the epic arc, and just kind of doing business as usual. Obviously, it's not as fast paced as like being Omega and like having all the things unlocked and being able to do like large skill injectors and things like that. But the enjoyable part about this character is I'm kind of outside of that Omega scope, so it's a lot more well thought out, planned, slower kind of progression, which is nice. Still running my main and my main ult on the Omega side, doing PI and stuff like that. So whenever I do have a kind of itch to do something that's like Omega, you have to have Omega 4, then I just simply just go play on one of my other characters and kind of leave this, character as the alpha purist, as we all kind of, assume that she will be. As far how far will we take this character, I'm not sure. She doesn't really have like a certain purpose in mind. I might end up using her for some faction warfare with Uprising and things like that, but that's kind of just since she's in an NPC corp, I could do a lot of faction warfare, not really worry about dropping a guild or dropping a corp to go into like fighting for Caldari or whatever. We'll kind of see how that all shapes up, and I wanted to have a little bit more skills in order to like really effectively plex or do complexes in faction warfare. But that'll probably be like the next goal. Really get good at the T3 abyssals and then go into probably faction warfare and do complexes and things like that. But we don't want this video to run too long. I just want to give you guys kind of an update. I guess kind of just running through some of these skills that I have kind of focused on too, just to kind of get you guys up to date. A lot of shield stuff. We'll just go and go here to my skills so you can kind of see some of the things that I've prioritized. So like, shield op, shield management, tactical shield manipulation, all that stuff. As far as drones go, I've pretty much got this is all for like Gila, to support the Gila. But medium drone ops and stuff like that, drone sharpshooting, really kind of leaned into that a little bit. And then also just, a lot of gunnery stuff. My main is essentially like pretty much max like missiles. So this character I've been kind of just wanting to lean more into like the gunnery side. And so as you can see here, a lot of this stuff is still like in the works. But a lot of the stuff I've been using is like the small hybrid turrets on some of the other things. So she's in a really good spot as far as gunnery skills go. Caldari Destroyer, Caldari Cruiser, stuff like that. And then the Mining Frigate stuff. Pretty much maxed out here. I'm not trying to buy any skill books for her until she's got a lot of these other skills kind of situated. Scanning is, I haven't been doing a lot of exploration just because these scanning skills for alpha are pretty low. They're gated pretty low. So, and obviously the value of like this stuff, like relic sites and stuff in high sec are not great. I do plan in the future to hopefully kind of do like day trips out to like null sec to do some exploring as well. But really, I've gotten so used to actually running scanning and stuff on my Omega alts that going in and doing exploration with an alpha is kind of tedious because it's very slow. Definitely not something I'm used to, but interesting thing to try. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.